I think I found the perfect all-in-one FPV kit for beginners. So it looks like it could be a perfect beginner kit for a lot of people. So it's quite a nice kit. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take off this sleeve here. Relatively thick case, but it does have the little handle on top here, so it makes it nice and easy to travel with. You can see you've got Beta FPV on the actual zip itself. And as we unzip it, let's see how everything is packaged in here. Oh yeah, nice. Look at that, that's really cool. We've got the user manual here and a quick start guide as well, which is always very handy. And then we've got this little pouch in the corner here. I really like this actually, this is nicely presented. And over here is where you get a few little repair pieces, I guess, the extra propellers, you get a few little screws in there. You get some batteries as well. That's where the batteries are housed by the looks of it. This is some sort of dongle by the looks of it. So you get a bunch of different things, and obviously you'll figure this out as you go, but it looks like that's how you are going to charge it up, I would imagine. You get the extra spare pieces in here as well. That's one of the batteries by the looks of it. And then here, oh, I like that design. That's really well presented. So you got the drone exposed, like you can see it as such, like the camera's sitting on top. And then the Velcro piece that unstraps. Oh, and that's a very lightweight drone, and that comes with the battery in there. So you've got these little like connection pieces here that are just sitting, and you obviously plug them in when you're ready to go. It looks like the batteries are already in there, ready to go. And like I said, super lightweight here. It looks like you have a little bit of control over the camera as well, so you can angle that in different ways. I believe it's just kind of an up or down angle that you want to go with. It's got quite a nice design actually. And like I just said, crazy lightweight. Like, this thing is super, super lightweight. So that just sits in there, nicely protected in the bag. Over here, I love all the Velcro. It's actually really nice. Oh, the controller feels very sturdy actually. I like that. Smooth, but it's got a little bit of a grip. But you get little protectors over the sticks themselves, which again is very nice for transport. So that's all included straight in the box. So you're not gonna have to worry about the sticks getting damaged. Sticks feel great. You've got a power button here. You've got a little section here to connect up a lanyard as well. Something to put around your neck. You've got Beta FPV on the top here. Got some little switches on top, which actually feel very satisfying. The SD eject button, SA by the looks of it, SA. So we've got SA, SD, SB, and SC. So these are all things you're gonna want to figure out and look through the manual and learn it all. But they all feel really nice, those buttons. Underneath, we've got a few little lights by the looks of it, and then little ports. So like a 3.5mm jack and then a USB-C by the looks of it on the base. Nice design on that one. So that just slots in nicely there. You got the little Velcro, little flexible Velcro, and then we've got another piece of Velcro up here. So let's get in here, and there we go. They're the goggles, nicely packaged again. Looks like it's going to be pretty comfortable. Got a few little buttons on top here, a little toggle on the side here, USB-C, a few little buttons all over the place. You got the little antenna here that you kind of flip up or flip down. There is a micro SD slot there. There's a bunch of different things in here, and you got the strap as well, and that's what you're going to obviously connect up when you're ready to go. But nicely packaged. I'm very keen to see how this operates, and this could be a great FPV kit for people out there wanting to get into FPV drones. So this is my first flight with the Cetus X FPV kit, and I just had a chance to kind of set it up, learn a few things. I had to watch a few videos online to figure it all out, but I'm ready to go now. There are a few things I will mention just to start off. So first things first, this left stick here needs to be fully down to be able to disarm the drone itself. When it comes to the button arrangement, so you need both the SA and the SD button not pressed in, so they need to be in their released position, and then the SC and SB buttons need to be at their lowest point, like pushed to the back of the controller as such. So you can see there's a few little switches. You can press it towards you, into the middle, and then right at the back, and then you want to make sure that the two buttons are released. Now for me, I'm going to just test this out as a pure beginner with very limited FPV drone experience. I've got the headset ready to go. I've got an SD card placed off to the side there just to make sure that we're going to record everything. And the other thing as well to mention is this little button here. You need to make sure that once the drone and the controller are powered on, you need to make sure that you press and hold the S button here, and it will search for the signal. Otherwise, you will just have a static image when you're looking through the headset. So there are some more advanced features as well for the FPV pros out there. You can actually access the Beta FPV software on your computer. And then there's even more advanced options through there. As well as on the controller, you can put it into full acro mode and have even more control over the drone. In today's test, I'm just gonna put it in the full beginner mode, fly it around the house, see if I can go downstairs, see what the reception's like, and just fly around in some tight little gaps. And then I will also test it outside as well. So this is the drone here. It's a very simple design, extremely lightweight. I do love the design of it. You have a little bit of control over the position of the camera. So depending on how fast you're gonna be flying forward, you would obviously want to angle it like that, because if you're gonna be flying forward, the camera's then gonna be angled up. For me, I believe it's gonna be relatively basic because I'm in the beginner mode. So I think it's fine to keep it straightforward. And then you've got these two little connection pieces on the back here with the two batteries that can be removed. So you can push those two batteries out like so. And then you also get an extra two batteries in the kit as well. So you can charge the other ones, have these ones ready to go, and you've got a few options there, which is great. Nice and easy to slot back in. And then you literally just plug that bottom one in, and then the top one plugs in like so, and you'll see it will power it on. So you want to put that straight on the floor, and then you want to power on the controller now. Have its little startup sequence. The light will be red, and it will be red if you actually have the stick up, because that's in its like safety mode. It needs to come down, and then you saw it just went into the blue color icon there. So when it's up, it's going to be in red. If that's the case for you, just make sure that you got the left stick angled down like so. And now everything's ready to go. Like I said, make sure you've got the right button orientation that I showed you at the beginning, and then you power on the headset, and immediately we have got a video feed ready to go. So you can see in there reception, depending on obviously where the drone is in relation to me. I have no idea what the range is going to be like, and we're going to record the flight itself just so we can see how it all performs. I'm in the N mode, which is the slow mode. Like I said, I do have a few options on the controller, but basically when you're ready to fly, you press in the SA button and that will disarm it. So you can see in the middle of the screen it says disarm. Straight when I press the disarm button or the release button, the drone will actually power on, the propellers will start spinning, and then it's ready to go. So nice and simple to set up once I figured it all out. Just show you the drone here like so. So straight when I press the disarm button, it will power on the propellers immediately, and then I'm ready to go. I can control every input that I need to from there. Straight when I press the button again, it will disarm the actual drone again. There we go. So I'm recording. I can see a little record icon in the top left corner of the headset. And now all I do, press the button to disarm, and then press up to get that acceleration point. Oh, okay, I'm going to the ceiling. Okay, so I need to get this into the right position, like so. And I'm just gonna try to fly a little bit around the house here. So let's try. I just landed. It's so funny because I suck so much with it. Did say something about low voltage before. Is that a problem? I can see it's at 7 point. Okay, need to come down, buddy. Wow. So this is the little charging brick here. It actually does give you a voltage reading on this piece here, which is very nice. And then you literally just unplug it like so, and it's a USB-C connection. So I'm just gonna swap out the batteries here because I think that that might be part of the issue. And I also turned off the air conditioning because I think that might be blowing the drone up to the ceiling. So let's try again, but maybe in a bit more of a controlled setting here. It is pretty responsive actually. Like I said, I've got very limited experience with FPV and this is in the beginner mode, but I feel relatively comfortable. Not that I'm great at all with it, but you can see I can fly into the bedroom. Got a pretty good signal. Oh, look at that, nice and low. Dart through here. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting a bit more confident with it. Oh, it landed on the couch right next to me. How good is that? And I guess worst case scenario, you just press the disarm button. So once it's armed, the propellers are just going, and then you press the disarm button and it will stop the propellers. So that's always handy to know if you're coming relatively close to hitting something, or if for whatever reason you're losing reception. That's obviously a great one to just disarm and then catch it. Let's try another little one. feel like I'm getting it a little bit more now. Let's see if I can go into like a tight little gap like here. Into the bathroom. There's the drone, you can see it in the mirror. Now let's go back out. Okay, I'm definitely feeling a bit more confident with it. It'll obviously take a bit of time to get used to. But this is fun here, going down these stairs. Damn, look at this, I'm not too bad. Obviously bumped into the wall a little bit, but overall I feel like I got decent control here. Let's see if I can get it back upstairs before the voltage dips out. Oh damn, look at me go. Look at me go. Alright, let's try to get it in here, and then disarm it. Oh, and I caught it as I disarmed it. That's amazing. I'm obsessed with this little FPV drone. I decided to come out here and test it in a park just to see how I can go flying through tight little gaps. Love the little like thumbstick stoppers here. They do an awesome job with the transport process. So I'm just gonna set it up again and go through the process with you. I feel like I'm getting slowly better with the whole process of flying indoors and going through tighter gaps and getting used to some of the movements. Definitely got a long way to go, and take my hat off to the people that actually fly legit FPV. But this is a really cool introduction into the FPV space. Power on the drone, power on the controller, and then you power on the headset and it syncs up pretty much instantly. I've had no issues at all. All right, so it's all set up, ready to go, ready to disarm, and let's do it. Oh, it's definitely a different experience with some wind, isn't it? My goodness. And this is just in the normal mode, so it's going to be nice and slow. Be a different story if I was actually flying in the acro mode or in the manual mode. Let's see how we go. Woo! Somehow went between that gap, didn't I? Oh, it's a lot harder with some wind, isn't it? Oh, went between the swing. Whole different ball game here when you've got some wind happening. Whole different game altogether. So I just disarmed the motors and landed it on a little bench over there. Definitely a whole different experience flying with some wind. It was a lot easier inside. Definitely find myself battling against the wind here, and it's not even that windy. But again, something to definitely get used to, because I am in that slow mode. I'm in that normal mode. If you go into the faster mode, into the manual mode, where you have more control, you're gonna have no major issue with these kind of conditions, but you just need to get used to it, right? So I would recommend flying in more of a like secluded, surrounded area where there's a lot of trees protecting you from the wind. But so far, I'm loving what Beta FPV have done with the Cetus X FPV. It's an all-in-one FPV kit, and for someone like me who has very limited experience, if you're a beginner out there like myself, this is probably the kit to get, because it gets you into the game, you get a chance to experiment with it, flying indoors, and then going out into some more controlled environments, and hopefully getting better so that you can get into that manual kind of acro mode, where you will be able to get more out of this FPV kit. I feel like it's perfect for the beginner, but then they've also set it up in a way that someone who wants a bit more out of that FPV drone can then advance into that more, I guess, advanced flight experience. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. There will be links below to check out the FPV kit from Beta FPV, and I'll chat to you in the next one. Peace.